So Praveen sir, graduate from NIT Rourkela, is in fact one of the most famous faculties for sociology, the subject. He has been involved with the subject for a very long time. In fact, this was one of his optionals when he was preparing himself. Right? And in a very short period, he developed a great interest in the subject and started writing articles in national dailies. So he was involved with this field for a very long time. He had taught in various other institutes for a while, and until he realized that it was him who was actually responsible for students getting selected and for their success in the field. So he then started his own institute. We are very proud to have Praveen sir as a partner on NeoStencil as well. He's one of the very famous teachers and institutes that we have on our platform. So I'll request Praveen sir to please come up and say a few words.
Good morning, friends. I'm addressing you on behalf of NICE IES. And particularly, I'm specializing in sociology subject. So after the address, if you have some question, you can ask on that particular discipline. Let me first talk about this whole civil services examination. What exactly it is? Civil services, to me, is not just a job. It's much more than that. So anybody who is willing to go for this particular examination, they should take it into that stride that it is not a job, rather it takes you to certain higher level. Right? When you become an engineer, when you become a doctor, when you become a bank officer, perhaps the recognition that you get is not that great as when you go through, when you qualify civil services examination. The reason is around 5 lakh people appear, and this year hardly 790 seats are there. So you can imagine the competition, right? One of the big mistakes that people do when they first, I will start with the mistakes that we do, and then gradually we move towards the positive aspects of the things. That right now, I'll touch this part. This is also an age where in India, which is, we can say, the commercialization of education. Right? We all are sitting in the market. And in the market, there are good people, there are bad people. Like Shahrukh Khan says in one of his movies, कि हर जगह जो है अच्छे लोग होते हैं और बुरे लोग होते हैं. So we should also expect the same thing from this field, where there are good institutes, there are good people who are really here to guide you properly and help you, support you in your journey. There are bad people also, and these bad people would do only one thing: attend my class and you will qualify. Right? Read my notes, right? Attend my class, read my notes, all the questions will be coming from there and you will be qualified. Mind it, this is not the way to prepare for civil services. The reason is the level of competition. You should always try to go beyond me, that is the teachers. Right? Nowadays in civil services, conventional questions are gradually being replaced by applied question. Right? So mugging up would not suffice in this field. If you are trying to just do the rote learning, then you would never be able to make it. Right? So what we need to do, we need to understand it. Right? There are subjects, optionals. In those subjects, concepts are involved. You have to understand the concept. You have to really internalize the concept, and then you should try to analyze and apply those concepts in your answer writing. Right? So, first thing that I will say, do not think it is easy. So what? That means I'm demotivating you. Actually, I'm not demotivating you. Rather, I am taking you to the reality. Competition is tough. You and us together would like to make it easy. Right? So, a step you move ahead, a two-step we move ahead, and after that we will see that the thing that was very tough, we are gradually moving towards our goal. Right? So, be honest to yourself, be honest to the examination, right? Respect the examination, and then you will definitely enjoy the journey. Right? Second thing that we see here, that there are many students who call me, who talk to me, and they say, sir, I have chosen sociology because its syllabus is short. And then I laugh maximum. Right? Short and easy. That's the key word for selecting an optional. That's not the truth. If you are selecting an optional, any optional you go through, maybe even agriculture, the syllabus is neither too short nor too long. Right? Scoring is neither too easy nor too tough. Right? So what should be the guiding principle while selecting your optional? Now here we definitely come to a situation which is very difficult to answer. Right? So what we do generally, we should try to first have the preliminary information about the different options. Right? Read some basic books. Most popularly, it is said that NCERT books, 11th and 12th standard of that optional, you read that. Get guidance from seniors, get guidance from the people who have not scored well, who have not qualified, get guidance from the people who have been successful, like those who have scored well, right? Do some analysis yourself, and then you zero to a particular option. Right? So as to say, suppose you are selecting public administration. After a thorough analysis, consultation with the seniors, successful students, teachers, your parents, friends, etc. After that, you have selected that optional. After that, stop passivity. Once you have selected an optional, after that what you will find, you are bound to face some difficulty. Like Anish was talking about the engineering and quota center, there is a fundamental difference between civil service preparation and engineering preparation. In engineering preparation, what you do, from the very beginning, from class nursery to class 12, you have read mathematics, you have read physics, you have read chemistry. And the same thing, you are doing the fine-tuning in the coaching classes. But in case of civil services, this is not the way. In fact, most of the people who take an optional, that they have never read. Right? First time, in fact, when I was in college and I selected sociology as optional, I think I had first time heard about this optional. Right? So there are many students, some students might have that background, but large number of students. For example, a large number of IITs, NITs, then from other engineering colleges, commerce background, economics background, etc., social sciences background also, they go for the civil services examination, and in most of the cases, they select that optional which they have never read. In fact, some of them, they have never heard. So you can distinguish between the two types of examination, that is civil services and that is engineering. So here you have to be a little bit careful. What I say, before joining any coaching classes, including mine, at least do a rigorous and good study for 2 to 3 months of that yourself. Saying easy, easier than done, right? So how to read? That becomes very difficult. But in this situation, what happens? You do not have any other option. Because once you enter into the class, the things go in a very rapid manner. If you start thinking about the very fundamental things there, then you will not be able to properly utilize the lecture sessions. So get the idea about some books. In fact, you can ask if you, suppose 2 of us are here today, if someone is planning to take those optional, they can ask what are the books that we should read initially. Read those books, a few books for at least 2-3 hours rigorously, and thereafter only you should join any class, right? Because you have to make familiar with yourself with the subject before attending to classes, right? So this, it should be taken care of. You should definitely go along this. Secondly, as far as civil services examination is concerned, the average length of preparation, the duration of preparation somewhat varies from 1.5 years to 2.5 years. Right? You might be getting in some of the interviews, some of the magazines, newspapers, that within 3 months or 4 months I did this, I did that, right? I am able to do that. Just don't believe those things, right? I'll give you an example of one of my students. She was Isa Khosla in 2010. So she attended my class in 2008, right? And I was thinking that she is going to appear in 2009. But she didn't appear and she was out of my contact. And then in 2010, when the results were announced, she called me. And she said, Sir, I have got 43 rank. I have got 344 marks in sociology. So I asked, was it your third attempt? She said, no sir, this was my first attempt. What I am saying here, look at the strategy through which she has moved forward. The strategy is very important. You have to prepare, you have to think about the minimum possible time that is required for the preparation. You have to strategize your whole preparation, right? And tread carefully. So that is very important that you prepare a strategy to move with this examination, right? Because once you start appearing, what happens? By the time PT results come, mains is very near. By the time mains results is declared and the final marks are released, again PT is nearby, right? So you are into that vicious cycle and you really don't get proper time to analyze your failures or your deficiencies. So first attempt should be your best attempt, right? And that should be done with a very careful and properly organized strategy. Are we getting it? Right? So this way you can move forward. Secondly, as far as GS is concerned, we say in civil services, everything above the earth, on the earth and below the earth. We have to know about that. So from the very beginning, you have to, right now itself, if you are thinking of preparing next year or this year, you start reading all the NCERT books of 11th and 12th standard. all the social sciences book of 11th and 12th standard, right? Inculcate reading habit of at least 1 or 2 news dailies, means newspaper daily. Read their articles properly. Extract the points that are required that can help you in building your information or knowledge about the things that are going on, right? Always try to prepare a note of yourself. Note down, because you cannot keep all the newspaper for the 1 year and one day you will start jotting it down, cutting it, etc. So then and there itself, you go on jotting down all the points that you are coming across. And over the period, gradually what you will find that you will build the information for yourself, right? And then when you join any class, you can reap the maximum benefit, right? So this should be done, and if it is not easy, it is not difficult also. And how we can say the person next sitting to us is also a normal man like us. Am I right? Right? So we all are human beings. When you see the things from a distance, then it seems that, oh, this is extraordinary, certain extraordinary ability, but it's not that. As far as civil services is concerned, it is said, long back, one of my senior has said that they are gentlemen loafers. Right? They are gentlemen loafers. That means you don't need to be very intelligent to become civil servant. It's a combination of intelligibility plus hard work and your dedication, your commitment. That is very much required if you really want to enjoy the journey. It's better, I always say that playing the game is more important than winning the game. Play the game, play it well, result would come. But if from the very beginning, if you are more concerned about the result, then perhaps you would not be that much dedicated to the cause, committed to the cause. So I will request, because see, this is very tough competition, only 1,000 seats are there from throughout India, 29 states, comes out to be around not more than 50 seats in a state, taking the larger and the smaller size of the states. So this way, what you need to do, you need to be prepared for every eventuality. Right? And if you do that, if you enjoy the journey, that would be of great help to you in this preparation. Right? Definitely, we should have the goal, right? Like Gita, in Gita is written, we should have consciousness of goal, not obsession for goal. We should be conscious of our goal, but we should not be obsessed of our goal. I hope you all understand the difference between consciousness and the obsession. Right? If you are conscious of your goal, then properly strategizing. But if you become obsessed with the goal, then it starts destabilizing your personality itself. Right? A only organized personality would be successful in this particular examination. So I hope that a little bit of information that I have given, it's a very general kind of information, that you should go through it and you should just follow it, right? Be sincere to your cause, be honest to yourself, respect the examination, right? Fulfill its obligations, right? And work hard. That would definitely help you a lot. And definitely NeoStencil is connecting all of us from a long distance. Right now you don't need to leave Bhubaneswar also. You can be at Bhubaneswar and still you can be at Delhi. Right? Thank you.